Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran, and I like to help people with their spiritual awakening, okay? And today I wanted to do a very special video, straight from the desert town that I hate living in, about false twin flames, and about the differences between a false twin, okay, sometimes called a karmic. I'm going to call it a false twin, for reasons that I'll get into later, and the real twin flame relationship and what they look like, okay? So, essentially, what I'm going to be talking about today is what a false twin looks like, what it feels like, what their purpose is in your life, right? And ultimately, what the end result of it is going to be, okay? Now, I have a bit of fun news for everybody. It's not really fun, but it is news. And it is this. The woman that I thought was my twin flame is actually false twin, okay? Now, it doesn't really take away from my ability to do tarot, but thought I should disclose that. And this is what makes me so qualified, I think, to actually talk about this stuff, especially this specific video, because for somebody that went through such a painful period with somebody that I thought was my true twin flame, I'm actually pretty well adjusted. I'm still dressed, I still take showers, and etc., right? So I really want to talk about that, just get that out of the way, because I do a twin flame channel, okay? Now, I know that I have a twin flame, and well, I'll get into reasons why, or what false twin flame does. But the real huge reason why I really wanted to talk about this is because, one, the profound pain that I've been through in this particular relationship, and the spiritual purpose of it, and as well to help any of you who might be in a similar situation, okay? Because it is very, very difficult to tell the difference between a false twin and a real twin flame. But I've had my tower moments, I've had it fall apart, I've had the epiphany, I've had the Ace of Swords, which I don't know if you're familiar with. That is a tarot card, essentially meaning clarity, okay? A type of epiphany type of thing, new way of thinking, perspectives, etc. So, I've had that. I feel pretty confident in talking about this. I'm not crying, am I? So I should be all right. So let's get into it, okay? So I'm going to just list reasons about false twins. They're not going to be any specific order, and it is going to be quite, there's going to be more than like 4 or 5 examples of what a real, what a false twin looks like, okay? So hopefully this video won't be too long though. I don't want to bore you guys to death, okay? So first thing, false twin relationship, okay? Something that really, really came to me, and this is something that I wrote down personally, not anything that I've seen anybody else write down, but just to start it off, they won't give you a chance, okay? Now, when I looked back inside of myself and truly asked myself in an introspective type of meditative state, I asked myself, looking back at the whole 13, 14 months, what was one sign? One sign that the person that I thought was my twin flame was not my twin flame. And you know what the answer that I got was exactly what I just said, was she didn't give me a chance. They won't give you a chance, right? Looking back, I never got that opportunity, okay? Never got the chance, okay? Now, with twin flames, what happens is, now regardless of separation, of course there's going to be separation, but with a true twin flame, they're always going to give you a chance because they cannot deny the relationship, okay? You cannot meet your twin flame and have no connection at all, okay? I mean, they could run after 3 weeks, 2 days, doesn't matter, but there's going to be some form of communication, something to say that this relationship exists, okay? There's going to be a type of reality about their situation. There is going to be a chance, okay? A lot of twin flames have been together in the physical at least one. You know, there's something. Recognition, we can say, okay? Doesn't mean that they're going to admit that they're your twin flame, but there's going to be something undeniable. Something where you felt like you had an opportunity to be with them, even if it was very short term, okay? Now, it's not the only sign, but it is the biggest one that I wanted to mention, was about having an opportunity, okay, to have a relationship, however obscure and vague it might be, okay? So if you have never truly gotten a chance with your supposed twin flame, who you believe is your twin flame. Keep that in mind, okay? Because that's one of the signs, all right? Something profound. If you do, and this, you could apply this to anybody in life, right? Even friends, okay? If they refuse to give you a chance at a friendship, then that's somebody that isn't meant to be for you. That's not supposed to be in your life, okay? Same thing with a job, okay? If you didn't get a chance to interview at a place that you applied for, then it's not meant for you, okay? If you did have an interview at a job and they didn't call you back, it's not meant for you. It's the same type of thing that can be applied, okay? Not having a chance, okay? Failing is one thing, fucking up is another, making mistakes, whatever, that's fine, but not having an opportunity to involve yourself with this person that you believe to be your twin flame, they're like them not allowing you to be in their life, okay? That's a very, very big sign they're a false twin, okay? Now, second, it's mostly, the relationship is going to be mostly all pain, okay? There's going to be a lot of, when you talk to them, there could be a lot of nervousness, a lot of anxiety, okay? Now, of course, situations like this do exist within a twin flame relationship. They do exist within people that you have complicated relationships with, being afraid to say this, don't want to hurt their feelings. Okay, there's always that element, okay, of it. All right, that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. What I mean is that there is pain reflected inside of your heart space when there should be unconditional love. Now, some of that aspects is going to have to do, of course, with you and your own stuff that you're dealing with, your own inner turmoil. However, if you think about them and you feel sharp pain and not unconditional love, and you feel this anxiety all the time when talking to them, and you feel like they're judging you, or they feel like there's just the relationship has been more about pain and anxiety and lessons than any sort of blessings, unconditional love, reciprocity. I'm not even going to try. Reciprocity? I don't know why. That's definitely not a word. There hasn't been that reciprocal type of energy, okay? I feel like I was really close to saying the correct word there, but there hasn't been that type of loving energy at all that's existed between you, okay? Now, with a real twin flame relationship, yes, there's going to be separation. Yes, there's going to be times when there's arguments and when there's feelings of abandonment, because there is that triggering, okay? But ultimately, there's going to be something that's still connecting to you guys, that's still loving and unconditional, that always pulls you guys back together. But with a false twin, there's just this long period of separation with no real advancement towards anything. And it just reflects pain, 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 and so on and so on, all right? And not the good kind of kinky pain, like getting choked in bed. Not that stuff, okay? The pain inside of your heart. Like stepping on a Lego inside of your chest space 1,000 times. So, another huge sign of a false twin relationship is you get similar synchronicities. Now, the reasons that I believed that I was in a twin flame relationship wasn't just because I was delusional or anything. There may be a little bit of that, but was because I got all of the synchronicities. All of the videos I've ever watched made sense. They relevant to me as the divine feminine. Okay, so they made sense. It showed similar scenarios, things that were going on. I would see her name everywhere, would see patterns and similarities of things that I would only know that had to do with our relationship, okay? But something feels off. Now, if you are in this relationship with somebody that you think is your twin flame, and something feels off to you about this relationship, intuitively, like you just can't figure something out, like something's truly just not right, okay? This is a huge sign that they're not your twin, not your true twin. It also, of course, there's something you're not understanding about the relationship, but if you do have this energy where you feel like there's blindfolds on, and they've been on for a very, very long time, and nothing's being resolved, this is a huge sign that they're your false twin, okay? Because what they do, if they come into your life, and a false twin will bring unexpected bad luck. Okay, this happened to me. Things falling apart. My whole life fell apart, truly. Making decisions I didn't need to make. Okay, they bring in confusion. Unable to make right choices. Okay, unable to make any choices. Stagnation. Okay, again, me. I didn't see the signs and I didn't understand them. Okay, but I do now. And that's why I'm able to do this video. And so these are the more signs, right? And so something just feels off, okay? It's like if you met somebody who you think is your twin flame and your life got unexpectedly worse, again, with all these other signs, it could be that they're your false twin, okay? Because your life is not supposed to get worse after meeting your twin flame, okay? It might get more complicated. There might be new things involved, okay? New discoveries, but your life isn't going to get worse. Your life isn't going to fall apart and destroy itself, okay? You're not going to... Spiritual awakening already does that. Regardless of having a twin flame, being spiritually awakened will absolutely tear your life apart, because the idea is to, you know, have a life that's more authentic and reflective of who you are, okay? But ultimately, if you notice all these types of signs so far, you know, again, a false twin, because real twins, they have an interest in doing mission work with you, or they have an interest in your life, or they want to take part of your life, or they at least feel inspired by you to do something, okay? Now, if your twin feels no inspiration to join your life, if this person you think is your twin has no inspiration to join your life, to participate in your mission, now it doesn't have to be the same thing, right? Say like me, for instance, I'm doing tarot. It wouldn't be fair of me to expect my twin flame to be doing tarot with me, right? Not, but the desire to help people would be something that would be shared, okay? Now, if you have this relationship with somebody and they have no desire to really do anything, maybe selfish in that regard, they don't have any shared goals and interests with you, again, another sign. They just don't want to participate. They don't want to involve themselves in a future, okay? Now, they might be stuck in a place where they're not taking action, but they have the dreams, and that's totally different. What I mean is somebody who doesn't have the dreams at all, right? Somebody who's just not interested, self-serving a little bit, okay? Now, other signs of this, of course, with a false twin, are they're going to be overly manipulative. A lot of red flags, very, very toxic behavior, okay? A lot of competition, not being able to open up. And again, not that about not giving you a chance, but really getting information from you, okay? And this exactly happened to me. I felt very exposed, and I would give information, but I would never get anything back. And I really compromised myself. Something that I definitely regret, okay? Something that I've definitely thought about and had some pain over, but it is what it is now, okay? It was meant to happen, right? So essentially, you know, a real twin flame won't mimic these sorts of toxic manipulative patterns. Now, it's not to say that they won't at any point have some type of narcissistic personality traits, okay? Some people are just a little bit more immature than others, right? Like getting somebody jealous doesn't make you a narcissist. However, it's that repeated pattern of jealousy and resentment and manipulation that really determines how, like, their actions over and over and over again about who they really are, right? So keep that in mind. Again, another sign would be that a false twin refuses to awaken. And not really that it's a choice, but a false twin will not awaken, okay? A true twin flame, at some point, they are going to be forced to go on their own spiritual awakening journey, okay? If this person that you've been involved with for a long period of time, okay, if it's been more than a year and they have not taken any steps to become more spiritual or more awakened, then there's nothing, then like there's a dissonance there, okay? Because it shouldn't take forever, for such a long period of time, for your twin flame to awaken, okay? If you're the one that's awakened first, and they're not the ones that have truly become, or at least stepped into some sort of path that's more spiritual, at least in nature, right? Doesn't mean they have to be completely awakened, but at least having some type of spirituality would be an indication that they're your twin flame. But if they've have nothing going on, they refuse to awaken, they don't admit anything, they don't see it, and it's just been a year, 2 years, 3 years, this is another good sign that they're probably your false twin, okay? Now, let's check my chart to see what else I got going on here. Again, yeah, they force you to grow alone, okay? Now with me, I did everything on my own, everything, okay? I discovered poetry on my own, I discovered music on my own, music production, singing, rapping on my own, discovered YouTube, doing this on my own, tarot, fucking crystals, all pendulums, everything that had to do with my life, my purpose, my spirituality, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, I did on my own. Nobody told me what to do. Nobody tells me what to do at all. I don't answer to anybody, and I don't. It's just what it is. And I don't mean that I can do anything I want, though I guess I could. But sometimes I have a whole pizza, so I guess I can do whatever I want. But what I mean is that there isn't anybody in my life that I'm responsible for, right? There isn't somebody that I have to answer to in order to follow myself, okay? So with a false twin, they're not involved in your life. They're not at all. They force you to grow alone. There's no period, right? That long separation where there's nothing going on, right? Now, of course, in twin flame relationships, you do have separation and you do have periods of not seeing each other, but ultimately when you guys are together, you're growing together, okay? You are expanding together, right? With a false twin, there's none of that. It's just you on your own. As soon as you meet them, come into your life and they're gone and they just don't seem to be able to commit to you and you're just doing everything on your own, okay? Now, of course, none of these one signs you're going to want to take to heart unless it really, really resonates, unless you really needed to hear it. But ultimately, you know, you want to stack all of these signs up and then make your decision, okay? Again, I mentioned overly manipulative, the won't open up. And so now, again, you know, similar synchronicities. And a true twin flame, of course, is going to have that unconditional love, right? That true sense of love where you look them in the eyes and you know who they are, okay? If you look your false twin and they don't really make eye contact, or they or you just sense something is off in their eyes, or it's a little bit dark, another sign that they could be your false twin, okay? Where you don't feel that sense of home or that feeling, right? There shouldn't be that much pain when you look at your twin flame or when you see them, okay? Again, a real twin flame is somebody ultimately who, yes, is here to teach you to love yourself, but is somebody who can give you love back, that they're capable of love, okay? A false twin is somebody who is not capable of giving you love back, someone who cannot just do it, who can't give you what you need, who can't give you what you want. It's just not for you, okay? Now, the reason that I use false twin instead of karmic, again, is because I've had karmic relationship before, but a false twin ultimately is going to, and the reason that I choose this is because it mimics that twin flame relationship. It's somebody that you think is your twin flame because you've heard the term, you know what it's about, you've seen the videos, you watched the tarot readings, and they seem to mimic what a twin flame would look like, and yet something inside of your mind is saying there's something just not right about this relationship, okay? Something just not right, okay? It's like when I traveled, I drove across the country at one point. I think I've mentioned that a couple times. When I got to, I went like from California to like New York, and then from New York down to like the south, and then across through Texas. When I got to like Alabama, I was like, there's just something not right about this state, and it turns out Alabama sucks. So that was intuition, I guess. So sorry if you live in Alabama, but your state sucks. All right, so let's keep going. Why? Why are they in your life? Why is a false twin in your life? If you resonate with this information, if you think that you may be in a false twin relationship, why would they come into your life? Okay, so essentially this is to remove all the toxicity and all the negative aspects of a twin flame relationship and get them out of the way. So your true twin can come into your life. And so it's actually easier. Now I can tell you something, throughout this false twin relationship that I was involved in, I literally would think almost like every day, why would I choose something so stupid as a higher being? Why would my soul choose like twin flame relationship is stupid? You know what I mean? With all of the type of pain and the back and forth and the lack of commitment and the insanity and the confusion, why would I choose to go through something so ridiculous? You know what I mean? Well, why would I choose that? Why would I be going through this? And now it actually makes a lot of sense, because a false twin relationship will only give you the negative aspects of a twin flame relationship and not give you any of the positive, uplifting, nurturing elements where you feel free to be yourself. Okay, if you meet your twin and you do not feel free to be yourself, you do not grow and evolve as a person, and you don't feel more free and you feel closed off and nervous and feel like they have some type of control over you, again, huge sign that you're a false twin. Because what they'll do is they will remove the obsession from you, the obsessive qualities that you may have. They will take that out of you as you obsess over them, obsess mentally, sexually, spiritually. You'll just obsess over the relationship, okay? And I can fully admit that I definitely did that as well, because that's the whole purpose. I'm not immune to that, right? And so that's what it will really take out of you, okay? Because it'll like kind of like a sponge. The false twin, you can think of it like a sponge soaking up all of that negative energy that you've been carrying around, all of that codependency, that devil energy, then just the black, dark, gooey bullshit, okay? It reminds me of the La Brea tar pits in LA, if you've ever been there, and if you know about it, it's basically just black tar, okay, where they found bones and dinosaurs got stuck in and whatever, okay, etc., etc. It's just this mucky type of stuff, okay? That's kind of what it takes, it absorbs, okay? And then all of that comes out of you until you're left in just this energy where you're like, I can love myself, I can take care of myself now, I don't need to do this. And so when your true twin flame comes, when that person, that guy or girl does enter your life, it's going to be something that's more authentic, something that you understand. And because you thought that you were with somebody that was your true twin flame, when now you've gone through all of the negative aspects of it, so now it's like a cheat code for when you meet your true twin flame and you know what it would look like. Because a false twin flame does mimic a real twin flame, right? At least in the dynamic, okay? And it's the emotions and the feelings and the intuition that's telling you that there's something wrong about it, okay? And oftentimes you don't get that answer, right? The intuition, you have to trust it. Sometimes you don't get the answer right away. You have to wait. But you have to trust your intuition that it knows. That's the same type of thing. Because when your true twin flame comes along, you'll be better prepared for it. You'll know that, oh, twin flame relationships look like this. So what I can do is this. And because you've experienced it, you know what it's like. Because, again, it's not like a karmic relationship, which often happens even before being awakened, right? With these false twins, you already are watching the videos, learning about twin flames, doing all this information because you're information gathering. You're learning about something profound, right? But then you realize that you're a false twin. And so now it comes to the point where you know all the information, so it's like you're actually readily prepared for a true twin flame relationship to come into your life. And that would be the hidden blessing in all of it, okay? Now, it took me over a year to get it, 13, 14 months. Took me like a year to stop chasing, and then like 4 or 5 months to understand it. And now I feel more free. I feel all right. And I still feel like doing these types of stuff because I know that that I'll meet my twin flame, and I know that I'm okay if I don't, because I don't know them yet, or I do, but I don't know who they are. It doesn't matter. Either way, same thing. And so it doesn't matter. I can just be free and live my life and do whatever I want, and that's pretty cool. But ultimately, it's that huge lesson that comes into your life to teach you, of course, self-love, to get rid of all that negative energy, and to teach you what love isn't, so that when true love does come in, you can understand it and appreciate it right from the start. Okay, so if you resonate with any of this information and you think that a lot of these things, more than definitely, if 4 or 5 of these things or more resonate, then definitely leave a comment and let me know, or email me, whatever, message me. I'd love to be able to help you out with that. But also just keep that in mind to yourself, and just really decide and understand, maybe if I'm in a false twin, you know what I mean? You try to look at that and see if that's true for you, because if more than 4 or 5 of these things resonate, then at least it's worth thinking about, okay? Because I would hate to see you guys continue something that puts you through so much pain when you don't actually need to, okay? So again, guys, please let me know if the information resonates. If you think that you may be in a twin flame relationship, please email me. Definitely book a reading with me if you want me to at least look onto your situation from an objective point of view. I can definitely help you out with that, and all the information will be in the description box. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and I don't really have a good closure, so I'm just gonna press the stop button, and it's gonna be really awkward, and you guys are gonna just watch me do it, and there's gonna be no real warning about this video stopping. It's just gonna stop when I think that it's going to be over.